We find ourselves at the foe for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And off we go from Denver. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. And his throw here is incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Third and long for Bridgewater. He's going to let this one go deep. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this returnable for Hill. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled it with the inside run. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside. And my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver. And it's third down. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 45 yards. They'll run on first down. Cottrell. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Into the secondary past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Bridgewater to throw it. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
First down, Bridgewater. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Okay, CD, 2nd quarter. Look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are, because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. His 12th rushing touchdown, his 16th overall. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half. But they're going to line up for the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Now a give right side. Cottrell, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw, Bridgewater.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They go play fake. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Mecole Hardman,
89 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again with Bridgewater. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Don't use the mic.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. Now he's hit. Bridgewater loses the football. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And got his man, complete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Bridgewater. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a second interception of the ball game.
And, partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
He's going to try and go deep again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A huge play there for Denver. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air.
He's got a man, complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 82 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward. And got his man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Well, now a design run for Ridley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. Now Bridgewater. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Throwing, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Chiefs have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. In fact, if anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On 1st down, Cottrell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 113 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he'll go down at the 28. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Muhammad. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cottrell, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. I kind of thought that they would accept that even with the good gain they had.
I'm with you on that one because it would have set up a 2nd and 5 situation. Now you have 1 down to pick up the 1st down, and you know it's not guaranteed in the end.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Bridgewater now. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They run the counter. Cottrell finding some room in midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Tackle by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Now a give, right side. Muhammad, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They go again with Muhammad. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Bridgewater. He's got a first down past the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the...
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles.
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's